Hello and welcome back to Mr. Lamb's Science Corner. Today we're going to actually go on a little bit of a field trip all the way to my kitchen for the microwave. We're going to do a simple little demonstration that really doesn't teach a whole lot, but should be a lot of fun. Quite frankly, I've heard it described and I'm going to try it for the first time with you guys. Basically what you need is a bar of ivory soap. Okay, and it's got to be ivory soap because the others don't work quite as well as ivory does, and the reason is the story. And as you know, I love to tell stories. In fact, I happen to have a business card that calls me a raconteur, which is a very fancy French word for storyteller. And the story goes, and I don't know if it's true or not, but this is something I've heard for many, many years, more years I want to count. And there was ivory soap wasn't called ivory at the time; it was called something else. And the guy who was making the soap got to the point to where he was stirring the soap to get all the ingredients mixed together. And when lunchtime came, he forgot to turn the machine off. And when he came back, he thought, oh, I've done this, but yeah, it looks okay, so let's package it up. And they did, and people noticed in taking baths, which back then, if a person took a bath a month, it was kind of special. Nowadays, of course, everyone takes a bath or shower every day, but it wasn't until about 1950 that people started taking baths at least once a week. So anyway, they packaged up the soap, and people wrote in saying how wonderful this soap was, that you could find it if you dropped it in the bath water because it floated. Well, the big hats, the big boys, they get these letters and they don't know what in the world they're talking about because they didn't think their soap floated. So they asked around, and the guy finally reluctantly said, yeah, this is what happened, and I guess it stirred in more air. But people liked it. They wanted the soap to float. And so they turned a problem into a feature, changed the name to ivory soap so that you wouldn't be confused with the soap before, and marketed it as 99 and 44/100% pure, which even as a kid I always wondered about the other 0.56%, but I think maybe that they're better than that now, so one would hope so. Anyway, the soap floats. Well, somebody then thought, when you heat gases, they expand. And so they wanted to find out what happened if you put ivory soap into a microwave. And we're about to find out here, okay? So ivory soap is the one that floats, and that means it has more air stirred into it, which also means you're buying less soap. So that's one of the reasons why ivory is maybe less expensive than other soaps. I bought a 10-pack for like $5 at Albertsons, and there were other soaps there that were like $3, $4 a piece, and this was 10 of them for $5. So they do take that into account. So it's pretty good that way. So anyway, ivory soap in a microwave. We're going to stop now, and we're going to. Okay, welcome back, and here we are at my kitchen. And if you happen to catch any little bit of mess or something like this, sorry about that. Since I'm doing this, and you should never ever do a demonstration first time for students. Okay, you should always practice it at least once, preferably more, because there's a lot of safety issues. Now, I'm here, my wife is here, my son's here, but my son is 39 years old, so we're all supposedly adults, and we're ready to run the instant we need to. So anyway, so make sure that you do this before you do it. And if you're in a school setting, there's got to be a microwave somewhere around. Someone's going to want to fix tea or hot chocolate or whatever, so maybe you can borrow it. If not, you can bring in yours. You can see from the size of this, I don't want to move this. This is almost as old as my son is, and so it's big. But they make smaller microwaves, easier to move. Okay, so I've put a couple of sets of paper towels down to help for any mess. I'm going to put a paper plate in there, and then I'm going to take the ivory soap, and I haven't opened it up yet. It's got apparently a simple little paper thing. And according to the instructions, you simply put it in there, and then we, of course, close it up and turn it on high power. I'm going to try 2 minutes. And if it blows up, well, it's time to buy a new microwave. And there it goes. For some reason, one end is a little hotter than another. But look at it. Look at it go. And we're only at less than a minute worth of doing things, and my microwave is going to smell like ivory soap for some time now. But visualize, if you will, with young kids, what they're going to say. Okay, we're going to stop it here. We could probably go on further, but that's what it looks like. And I really should smash this in somebody's face, but I'm not going to, because I can tell that it's hot. So you probably want to avoid that. And it's fairly stiff. You know, it's not whipped creamy that I thought it would be. It's you can see that I'm pushing down fairly well. I mean, I could do a lot more force, but it's it feels like plastic. Okay, so anyway, so like I said, that's about as far as I'm going to take it. There's probably some soap down in there somewhere, but that's pretty impressive. So this time the internet was pretty straightforward, and my microwave is a lot cleaner than I thought it would be. I don't have to worry about soap, and we'll keep the thing open for a little bit to let it air out a little bit. And with that, we say thank you very much.